Hi everybody, my name is Spencer, and today we're going to be talking about the pros and the cons of Battlefront. Well, the beta. Anyways, so before I get into this video about Battlefield 6, Battlefront. I'd like to point out a few facts. First of all, these pros and cons I have are solely based on my experience and my personal opinion. Excuse me. If you don't agree with something that I put on this list, or if you have something that I didn't put on this list, please go to the comment section, pop a comment for me, and I'll try to make sure to reply. I really do accept criticism, and I love suggestions and comments from viewers. So let's jump into it. So, hi everybody, my name is Hexadian, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the pros and cons of the Battlefront beta, or at least what I've seen from it. So, the first list I have here, it's kind of short, but actually all these lists are somewhat short, I guess. Anyways, the first list I have is a list that the things on this list can be considered as pros and cons at the same time. The first one is graphical issues. Now, when it comes to graphical issues, it can be funny and it can be bad. By graphical issues, I solely mean ragdoll issues, honestly. In every game with the ragdoll physics, more than likely you're going to have ragdoll glitches or ragdoll problems. Like this clip right here, I come up behind a guy and he's like completely bent over and in like a doggy position. I just made that sound sexual. Anyways, you know what I mean. Some of them are funny, some of them are weird, like this. I just blew that guy into outer space. Some of it's funny, like I said, some of it is just annoying. I personally find graphical issues hilarious. I loved it, like in Battlefield 4, when I could kill somebody and he'd like fly off the building, I thought it was hilarious. It honestly brightened my day up when I was playing the game. And I think that's the same way here for Battlefront. Some people don't like this thing, though. People find this annoying and unpolished, unfinished, and they think it shows a sign of the game lacking quality. And to an extent, that can be correct, but I personally don't think it's a big game changer. Secondly, refresh times. Now, I'm going to actually mention this in my cons list here in just a minute, but I'm also going to stress this, okay? Refresh times are horrendous. This goes along with another thing I have on the pros and cons list: grenade and rifle spam. The refresh times and the grenade and rifle spam are a big problem, in my opinion at least. Some people may find it great. Refresh times. Let's say I have a grenade and a Cylcer Rifle. I shoot my Cylcer Rifle, throw my grenade. Well, by the time I've thrown that grenade and it blows up, my Cylcer Rifle is almost recharged. I'm talking 5 to 6 seconds max. Okay? That's a really short time, especially for a weapon that does like 90 to 100 damage in a shot. This gun is pretty powerful, and a 5 to 6 second cooldown just isn't enough. Same thing with grenades. Grenades are pretty good in this game. I don't really know how to, compare grenades to other grenades, but you know what I mean. Grenades are good in this game, but I don't think there should be like a 5-second cooldown. I think it should either be like a 45-second cooldown or just one grenade per life, like most other first-person shooters. Because when you have a person hiding in a trench and you don't see him, he just keeps lobbing grenades out at you. What are you going to do? I mean, you could throw grenades back, but it's just annoying. In my opinion, refresh times need to get a nerf, or they need to tone it down just a little bit before the game comes out. And then lastly on this pro and con list is the hipfire. Hipfire is extremely accurate in this game, and along with that, there's not a huge amount of skill that goes into the game. The game is simple, and I like that, and I'll be mentioning that later in this video. It's an amazingly simple game, and I love it about that. But I don't like the fact that, first of all, when you're firing, let's say I have hipfire, and I'm a complete noob on the game, I don't know how to play it, I can literally walk up onto the field, spray from my hip, and hit almost everything I'm aiming at. No matter like almost how far away it is, I can hit almost everything, unless they're running at top speed and I gotta aim in front of them a little bit, but that's about it. Along with that, skill, there's not a lot of skill in this game. It doesn't take a lot of skill to get really good at this game, at least in my opinion, because I picked up the game in the first 15 minutes, I literally had 37 kills. First 15 minutes. Now, I was a big Battlefront player before this game comes out, and you're gonna hate me for this, but Battlefront 4/Battlefield 3, whatever, they play quite a bit like Battlefront. And that would make sense, because DICE developed or made both games. but it's not Battlefront. It is, but it isn't Battlefront. It plays like Battlefront 4, but it's not Battlefront 4. It's a completely different game. Just the graphics and the physics of the game and things like that are from Battlefield 4 or the Frostbite 3 engine, whatever. You get what I'm saying. But like I said, skill doesn't go into the game. Like I said, 15 minutes, 37 kills. People were picking up stuff and just wrecking with it. I personally think the game, you should take time to do well on the game. Like in Battlefield 4, you didn't just sit down for 5 minutes and unlock half the stuff in the game and blow up everybody and get 40 kills. It took me a good week or two on Battlefield 4, like a week or two of solid playing, to actually get into the game and get experience with sniper rifles, rocket launchers, C4, things like that. And I think this game would be good if there was a little bit of skill assets that go into the game. So now I'm going to go on to the pros list. There's a few on this list like graphics, interface, Star Wars nostalgia, rich quality sound, and the missions. So I'll start with graphics. Graphics in this game, just like almost every other DICE game, are terrific. They're amazing. I mean, I saw the graphics in this game and my jaw dropped. I loved it. Oh, I mean, like, along with the quality of the sound. Oh my goodness, they made like the best pair in the universe. That quality of the sound, that smooth, rich Star Wars sound, just made the game experience 300 times better. Truly amazing, and that alone, I could buy the game for almost that alone and be okay with it, because the graphics and the sound sounded just so good, felt so good when I was playing the game. Another thing I like about this game is the extremely simple and smooth interface. When I'm out there on the field firing away at people on walk or assault, you can see my 3 little power-ups in the corner and my little little circle thing at the bottom. I don't actually know what that's called, but you can see those 4 little things in the corner and then the gun I have selected. You know, it's simple. And then they got the map in the bottom left corner. That's it. There's no a bunch of stuff on screen tell me what just happened, what just going on, go to this objective, do this, do that. There's nothing like that. It's just simple, and it's kind of relaxing in a sense. Another thing I like is when you're creating a class, there's 3 little slots. One for your gun, one for your like secondary, and then one for like a grenade or a utility. And it's simple. There's just 3 slots. You pop your thing in there you want, and you get on with the match. And along with interface, I guess this could be considered an interface, is the respawn times. Now, people consider this bad, some people consider this good. I personally love this. I hated waiting like a couple seconds in game to actually respawn, and they get put all the way over across the map. I personally really like the fact that you can just hop right back into the game once you die, because I love fast-paced action. And it just makes me feel good when I play something like that. So I definitely enjoyed that. Lastly on this list, well, actually this is not last, this is second to last. Star Wars nostalgia. Oh baby, that was amazing. The Star Wars nostalgia in this game is awesome. I used to play Battlefront 1 and 2 on my PS2 back when I was younger, like 7 or 8. I actually used to play it when I was like 11 and 12. And I loved it. I mean, I felt so good. It feels so good just to, you know, be with Star Wars, be in that universe. I used to watch the movies every night before I went to bed. I'd watch 1 or 2 of the movies. It was insane how much I fell in love with Star Wars when I was younger. I had like all the action figures and playsets, Legos, everything. I was a die-hard Star Wars fan when I was younger. And when I found this game, I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta play it. But, okay, enough of that. Next thing is the solo / the co-op missions. It feels good that DICE is now taking a new path, unlike Battlefield 4, where 2 people can get on a co-op mission and play together. It just feels good, like 2 to 4. I think it was 2 to 4 in this beta. But let's say I want to go screw around with my friends. I mean, I get 4 friends in a lobby, and then we go do some stupid stuff. Blow up people, throw grenades, and make people fly off into outer space. I love that aspect. I love the cooperation in it, and I just love all aspects of it. If a game has co-op missions that are fun, creative, and funny to play with your friends, then I'm all in. I would usually love anything related to co-op. And I like the missions. It feels better than an 8 to 12 episode Battlefield campaign, in my opinion. So now on to the cons, which is the last list in this several list of things. The cons, the refresh time / the spam. I know I just mentioned this earlier in my first section, but this legitimately needs to be stressed. The refresh times and the spam are not good for this game. This will more than likely help kill the game faster if it's just a noob fest and a grind fest full of grenades, Cylcer rifles, and things like that. I personally don't think it's a really good idea. Like I said, hopefully the game will get balanced out by the time it's available on shelves, but if not, the game really might just be broken to an extent. Another thing, Walker Assault, it might be a little too hard. I didn't find it too hard, but I've heard a lot of people saying, holy crap, the walkers need to be nerfed, or the game mode needs to be nerfed, or taken down the tone a little bit. I will admit, Walker Assault is a little bit hard, in a sense, because first of all, you gotta find the Y-Wings after doing a series of things, or whenever it occurs, I don't remember. And then you gotta fly it up in the air without getting shot down, without getting hit, or distracted, or anything like that. Then you have to wrap it around the AT-AT, which is cool, it's just like the movies. Like I said, more nostalgia. But it's not super easy, which, like I said, that adds skill, and I like that. But there's not a lot of people that know how to do that. Like, I played the beta for a good 7-8 hours, 6 to 7 hours, whatever. Never once, and that's all I played was Walker Assault. And I never once saw someone take down an AT-AT. I lost every single map. Now, considering a match takes like 15 to 20 minutes, and I played like 7 to 8 hours, we're talking like let's say 3 to 4 matches an hour. 7 times 4, 28. So let's say I played like 30 matches in the entire day. None of them I won, which I was okay with because I had enough fun to sustain that. But I think a Walker Assault needs to be taken down just a tone. Another thing, hitboxes and the netcode. This was an issue in Battlefield 4, and it technically still is on Battlefield 4, and also a lot of shooter games, depending on who they're made by and what they're made with. But in this game, there were a lot of times where I was shooting at someone for, it seemed like hours, and I would never hit them like this. I'm firing at this guy, and I never hit him once, and I don't know why, but I just didn't. And it kind of upset me, but it's okay. I understand it's a beta, and people are still trying to just rub out those bumps in the rug, or whatever the metaphor is. But you know what I'm saying. It's kind of frustrating, especially for a game that is DICE. DICE is usually pretty decent at making games, and I don't think netcode or hitboxes need to be an issue for them. Next, map errors. Now, this didn't occur for a lot of people. It's actually, I heard this was a rare occurrence, and apparently it only happened to me and like a couple thousand other people. But when you're jumping over, like, I jumped over a trench one time and got stuck in like the edge of the trench. I couldn't move until I died and then respawned. I think this is an error, and I'm definitely sure they'll patch this. There's like no question about it. I know for a fact DICE will more than likely patch this. So I don't have to complain or rant about it too long. Just saying this is an error that I caught in the beta, and hopefully it'll get fixed. Another thing, this is huge. Along with that rifle spam, this is about second place. Spawning. So one time I spawned, and I spawned behind 7 people. Another time I walked up, and as I'm coming around the corner, 7 or 8 people literally spawn in front of me and start running the opposite way. I mean, it was great for me because I could grind and get, I killed like 5 or 6 of them before they killed me. But that's really, in all honesty, as much as we want to keep it for XP and stuff, it's not safe for the game. It's not something that people really want to experience when they hop on the game. And I'll agree, it can be annoying, especially if you're the victim. If you're the victim of this, you're definitely going to be a little annoyed or ticked off when you experience this. Lastly, I guess this would be third on my list of really upsetting cons. Spam, spawning, and then heroes. Heroes, well, wait, before you comment about how bad I am or how mad I am at the heroes or anything, I love the heroes. I personally did, and I loved them in Battlefront 1 and 2. But there's no first person. Like, what? Everything else in this game has, like, first person, but the heroes. I mean, do you know how, like, cool it would be just to hold that saber in your hand as you go around and just whack the living crap out of anything? Like, I personally think that's amazing. Along the lines of heroes, another con is the hero lives or the hero experience is just a little too short, in my opinion. Let's say I spawned in. This is an example, because this actually happened to me. I spawned in and went into the hangar on Hoth, or Walker Assault. And I just sat in the corner for a second while my brother was talking to me, and within the span of 5 to 10 seconds, my health went from 100 to 85, and just rapidly kept going down. Now, I like this idea, and I do think it's a great idea to keep things from being too overpowered, but there's a sense of they need to get it balanced a little bit. First of all, hero power-ups are not easy to find, in my opinion at least. I only found 2 throughout the entire, like, 30 matches I played in the beta. I only found 2 of them, and they were both in the same match, too. Like, that's what's crazy. I personally think they need to spawn more often, or spawn in, like, way different places, because I found mine in the exact same spot each time. Just maybe add a bit of randomness to it. I mean, I like the idea that you can pick it up and it's fair for everybody. But if you're going to do that, add a little more strength to the character, or the hero, whatever. Because, like I said, if the health goes down really, really fast, and then you're getting shot at from the back while you're fighting some other guy, or Darth Vader, or whatever, it takes away that feel of being so heroic and bold and undefeatable, you know? I mean, you're dead within 30 seconds of walking on the battlefield. You're dead, and let's say you get like 3 kills. Unless you're really, really skilled and you manage to block and dodge every shot that comes at you, your max gonna get like 45 seconds to a minute and like 15 seconds of gameplay out of the character. It's not a lot of time, and I think that should be lengthened, maybe buffed a little bit. So, this is everything I have. Sorry, my mic's doing something weird right now. So, this is everything I have for pros and cons of this game, and I think it was a great game. Don't get me wrong, guys. I love this game. I love the nostalgia it delivered, and I'm definitely looking forward to playing it in the future and making more videos on it. But there are some things there are some like wrinkles in the metaphorical shirt of this game. DICE really needs to iron it out and get the bugs or the wrinkles out of this game before it's released on the shelves, or before the game goes gold or whatever. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I stutter a lot, and I say a lot, and I understand that. I'm trying to get better at not saying that. See, I just said it again. But you guys know what I mean. I try to not say that as much, but I really can't help it because I just naturally stutter sometimes, which is fine. But hopefully, guys, you enjoyed this video. If you didn't, make sure to comment and tell me what I can do better. Improve my microphone quality, improve my editing quality, jump off a bridge, anything like that. Just tell me what I can do better, or what I did wrong. Please, I really encourage constructive criticism from anybody. I don't care how old or young you are, how bad or good you are at editing or playing video games or anything. Just give me feedback if you feel like it. Another thing, if you enjoyed the video, like it. You can either subscribe to my channel, because I put out videos like this every once in a while. I'll be doing a CSGO video next. I know for those who play Battlefront and PS4 and Xbox and stuff, you're not interested in CSGO, which is okay. Most of my videos go to totally different fan bases sometimes. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, just go have a lovely day. I don't really know. Hi everybody, my name's Hexadian. You guys know who I am, you just watched my video, and if you've watched it all the way through, I'm really happy. Thank you guys for supporting my channel. Take time to go watch other videos on my channel, like the Shadows of Mordor, the Steam Summer Sale giveaway video that I posted a couple months back, or you can even watch the 30 minutes of Battlefront gameplay. I'm just going to give you a heads up, the Battlefront gameplay video that I uploaded has footage of almost every unlockable thing in the game, except for like 2 weapons and a couple power-ups. So it has almost everything you probably need to see to get a good idea of how the game runs, flows, and plays. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and like I just said a couple minutes ago, just go have yourself a merry little lovely day. Goodbye, everybody.